Hey you guys, hope you're having a great Sunday. I thought I would engage with you today and I wanted to talk about something because we talk about anxiety a lot and we talk about depression and stuff like that and medications and recently when I moved to Texas, I've been here a year now, but in the last 3 or 4 months, I had a lot of anxiety even with my medication. It wasn't horrible, but it was there. It wasn't every single minute of every day, let me put it that way. However, I had found something online that, and this is not a sponsored video, so remember that. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, psychiatrist, what have you. But if y'all know, my son has bad epilepsy. And so I had bought him a watch to wear that would alert us when he's starting to have a seizure. And he's 50 years old. Well, it seems to work really well. And then a few months later, I had seen something else online about anxiety that you could use. Now, I had my doubts about it because I've had anxiety for so long that so many things were tried, nothing worked, and what have you. However, so I ordered something that I seen on my Facebook page, and I always kind of do the reviews on anything for whatever. I try to do reviews. If I go to TEMU and buy something I want to review, go on reviews and see, what's going on with the reviews and what people say about it. Doctors, I will review everybody. I will go on there, type in the name of the company or the name of the product and put reviews, and it will usually in Google pull up some reviews. However, I thought that this may come in handy for some of you. And as I said, it's not a sponsored video. Okay. Where I purchased this, it was $300. That included a year or two of coaching, if you will, on an app. However, I did find out later that you can also buy these at the store. Now, I think it's Walgreens, Walmart, and a couple of other stores. You can look it up online. However, I'm going to show you how I use this because I will tell you from experience that this does work. It does. It calms down your anxiety, and I had doubts about that, but I used it and it works. So, what it's called, the one I bought is a Camigo, and it just says go on it, on the top of it. This is what it looks like. Oops. That's what it looks like. And I'll put the name of it up here. And you would just turn it on right here. And you see the green light and then 3 blue lights. Well, you start breathing in this when you feel anxious. You just breathe in through your nose, out gently through your mouth. Now, it has a vibration thing right here. I keep it on when I use it because I like to know that it's working. So I'll show you so you understand. But anyway, you breathe in through your nose. You relax, breathe in through your nose. That's all you do. You do that for 3 minutes. You're supposed to, when you breathe out, you gotta over breathe out. In other words, you're breathing out and then you'll feel like you can't do it anymore. You can't breathe anymore out, exhale anymore, but you do as much as you can still get out. And that'll start vibrating if you do it the way it's supposed to. Now, it takes a while for it to register to your personal breathing. So if it don't, that's fine. Just keep doing it. But you can do it as much as you want. They say at least twice a day. When you get to where you're used to doing it, at least do it twice a day. I find myself not having to use it twice a day, but there's times that I'll just pop up, get anxiety, storm coming, and I'll use it, and it helps. I am telling you, it helps. So again, I don't have my app on, and I have it set to the app, so, but I don't know if you could hear that. I don't have my mic on today. But it will kind of show 3 dots and beep. Now that's when you exhaled all your air. But like I said, it works different for everybody and on the exhale for a few weeks because it gets used to how you breathe. But this really does work. And since I have bad anxiety, and I found something that works, that is why I am on here this morning to tell you about it. Or this afternoon, whenever you watch it. But I'm going to try to do it closer so you can hear it. Let's see. So you would breathe in. I don't know if you heard that or not. I hope you did. Okay. But anyway, like I said, mine costed $300, and I got it because the reviews on it were amazing. That doesn't mean you don't take your medicine. You do. This is, to me, this is more for, it might help people full time without no medicine, but I don't know about that. You would have to ask your doctor and try it yourself. But I still take my medicine, but I still get sometimes breakthrough depression, breakthrough anxiety, you know, and I'll do it and it makes me feel better. Sometimes I'm doing it all day long. Not all day, but I'll do it for the 5 minutes and then I'll wait a few minutes, and if I don't feel relief, I'll do it again. And, you know, until I feel relief. And then I will also do it even when I don't, you know, sometime later the same day, just as a precaution so it will stay away. And then usually I don't use it every day. So with the anxiety I have, which is horrible sometimes, if it works for me, it should work for you. But I would recommend going to Walgreens or Walmart or somewhere like that and trying to purchase it, because it is supposed to be cheaper there than it is online. I have not checked it. You guys can check it, but it's called CalmMeGo. I'll put it up here again, CalmMeGo. And it's run by batteries, and actually, let's see here. Yeah, it's run by batteries. You open it. They even provide you with a little screwdriver and a pouch so you can bring it with you. These little things pop off the top, and you can pick the scent that you want. That's supposed to help you relax too. Now, I picked lavender because I love lavender, but this lavender was a little bit too strong, like the first couple of times I used it. Not just for me, you know. I have COPD, so I can smell certain smells and it bothers me, so. But I just want to let you guys know that, because like I said, sometimes it's really hard to get relief for a lot of things, and since it worked for me, I believe it can work for you. So it's worth it to maybe, I don't know, you know, it was hard for me to afford this. That's why I'm telling you, I heard they were cheaper in the stores. So you might want to check that out. I hope that you guys get relief if you use it. It really does. It really, really works. I'm telling you, it really works. And I was surprised. Because if you remember, my psychiatrist told me 20 years ago, he said, well, you need to go home and you need to do some meditation and breathe in and out, 10 times slowly. Well, at first that didn't work. It took me a few days. Then it started working and I was like, not bad. This is almost like it, only it's easier to do. And you can do it anywhere. You can take it with you in the car. You always supposed to look forward when you do it. It helps your breathing to do the breaths right, to make it work right. And yeah, because at first I found myself looking down on it to see if I was getting all 3 green lights, and you don't have to do that. I mean, if you look straight ahead, you'll probably get it faster than if you're looking down at it. But it is, like I said, this is not a sponsored video. But I always try to help as many people as I can. And I just wanted to jump on here and let you guys know. And if you guys have any questions about it, or you have any other questions that I can answer, leave them in the comments. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell next to subscribe so that you get all the videos. And what else? What else? Thumbs up, subscribe. Oh, share me out. You guys have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll be back shortly and we'll talk some more. Bye there.